Did you know today is LaShawn Brown Thursday?
I'll
I
take
don't I don't have anything for you yet. We have to
hey,
find
no,
we have to find some kind of eloquent, fun way to introduce you. And I'm sorry that we don't have one yet,
no.
man.
LaShawn Brown Thursday is it's like Thursday night football.
Is this gonna be a staple?
It could be a staple, man.
All right. No, this time every Thursday we should do this.
Gotcha.
All right. What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Playbook Podcast with Prescott Kelly. I'm your host, Prescott Kelly, with the one and only and the great LaShawn Brown. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, smash the 5-star reviews wherever you get your podcast. The audio version, just share with your friends, man. It ain't hard. Just click the little share button. I
Yep.
might say something that you hate. I may say something that you love. Let everybody know my stupidity or my awesomeness. So, well, it's good to have you back, man. We in the group chat, and then we'll decide to go ahead and put this into the Sports Avengers page, was Kobe Bryant top 5. And I am really intrigued by your interpretation of, because I'm somebody who personally doesn't do top 5 lists. I feel like it's largely it's an antiquated way of trying to justify somebody's greatness because of the time periods and things like that. But it's also, if you want to not have any bias at all, because there is LeBron stands and there's also Jordan stands.
Yep.
But if you want to look at this unequivocally, who is the greatest basketball player ever, if you don't have those two in your top 5, the other 3, Kobe is not there.
Kobe is not there. Kobe is not in the top 5, in my opinion. He's not even top 10. Like, I get it, everybody wants to be in love with the whole shot chucking and everything. Yeah, he won 5 championships and everything.
His Utah game,
His last game.
Did you actually watch that game, by the way?
I actually watched that game. It was his last
game. They were letting him get up shots.
They would just let him shoot, man. It's the last game. And I think Utah needed to win to stay up out of the play-in. And somehow, some way, they didn't end up winning.
Which is the complete opposite of what they're trying to do now.
Yeah.
They are in
they are, listen, I'm not gonna lie, they are costing sports bettors and sports books at the same time, because a lot of those spreads that they've been covering, they could end up winning those games and helping out the sports books. But with the player props, they're killing the sports bettors.
Do you think so? I think that we can sometimes misconstrue the term of tanking versus like giving up, if you will. I feel like tanking to me feels like you're intentionally trying to lose games. Yep. Like so when it came to, and to kind of cross-pollinate for a moment, it was like the Miami Dolphins a few years ago.
Yep.
They were looked at as being that they were tanking. But the players weren't throwing games. They just didn't have good players.
Yep.
And Flores was their head coach at that point in time.
Brian Flores.
Brian Flores. And they weren't trying to tank. They just didn't have a good quality product out of there. So I think that tanking versus throwing games are two completely different things. And what it feels like what the Jazz were doing is they are trying to throw games.
Yeah, they're throwing games. Like they're winning going into the fourth quarter. Then that's when they'll stop playing their starters.
Yeah, it's like Lauri Markkanen, like, to me, honestly, shout out to him. I'm actually really, I wouldn't say proud, but I'm glad that he has at least produced into some kind of formidable player, because when you and I talked about this, like even with Derrick Henry, his first 2 years, everybody thought he was a bust. Markkanen, same thing. He's a bust. But the last 3 or 4 years or so, this man has turned into a legitimate NBA player.
And now I'll say probably this summer we'll probably see him go to a contending team.
Is he a free agent?
No, he still has 1 year left on his contract.
Okay, but those are valuable in the NBA.
You already know. If you're in the last year of your contract, teams will love to have you.
They certainly do. But to get back on the Kobe thing, it is. I say this every year, and it feels like, you know, there's still the pushback. And, you know, as far as when it comes to the Facebook group that I've helped build up, it's the same people all the time who only chime in on certain events, and they are the Kobe stans. And it's not to say that Kobe was not a great player. Like, I don't think you and I are both doing that. We have had that conversation. We don't think that Kobe Bryant is not a great basketball player, but what we are doing is, I've always said, and I feel like you, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it feels like you share the same sentiment of, we are over romanticizing how good Kobe was with how things ended.
Yeah.
With how awful that sounds.
His last 5 years, I don't think the Lakers didn't even make the playoffs.
The Lakers were before, and it's actually really weird when you think about it. LeBron's been there for what, 8 years now?
8 years.
Which is bananas. But before he got there, they were awful.
They were a lottery team because they had Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, and they were the young Lakers, but at the same time, that was supposed to be the team that Kobe was supposed to mold those guys into developing players, and it never took place.
Well, the thing that I think the problem that I have with all of these conversation pieces is that everybody remembers what it's supposed to be once things are done. Like, when it comes to Michael Jordan, right? Mm-hmm. He is somebody who, once he retired, was, well, of course he'll be great in the front office. He's Michael Jordan. But you look at how great he was and go, well, why can't you do what I did? That was the expectation. The expectation was, he thought, if I can do it, you can do it.
It was never that easy.
And it was never that easy. And I think that's the problem that we had even with Kobe, was like, he can make anybody be him. No, you're one of one. We're not questioning your greatness. We're questioning, could you make anybody else around you better? And honestly, man, without Shaq, without Powell, we really have to have a really serious discussion.
Because now we'll see those stats and be like, oh, they look decent, but what did that turn into? It doesn't turn into much, man.
No, it really doesn't. And I don't want to feel like I'm perpetually being down on Kobe Bryant, because when he passed, and it's not just him, obviously. There were more people involved in it, and it was a conversation piece that I really didn't want to have initially. I didn't feel like it was. I felt uncomfortable talking about his legacy, whether I agree with it or not, based on what had happened, who was involved. But enough time has passed, and now again, the Kobe stans are coming through the woodwork, and I feel a little bit. I don't feel as awkward about it now, about having my opinion of what I feel, and having it be so strident. But I never once thought that Kobe Bryant wasn't a bad basketball player. I never had him in my top 5, and he's not going to get there now.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's going to be people, like, if you ask for a starting 5, I'll say 9 times out of 10, people won't even put Kobe over MJ at shooting guard.
I would say this. They will now. But if we had this conversation before the accident, there's absolutely no way that he's being put into a starting 5, or, you know, who's your top 10, because having a starting 5 NBA team is different than your top 5 of all time, right? Like that, those are 2 different things. But man, nobody was putting him up there beforehand.
Hell no. Hell no. You already know. Like I look at it and I'm just like,
that's smart.
there's so many players that I said there's players that came through the NBA that helped the game grow, that played the game in a unique way, not like a cloning way, like an MJ way. So
Right.
that's why I always say that Kobe, he was a great value MJ. Like he copied everything off of MJ, and that's fine. But I'm not going to say that he's top 5 because he cloned his game after MJ. Like, what did he do? Like, yeah, he won championships. He won one MVP, one. That doesn't mean that he should be top 5. All those points and everything that he scored, okay, you had an 81-point game. That, in my opinion, that's his greatest feat right there. That's his greatest legacy right there.
And it wasn't even all on Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose, you deserve to not get all the heat that you get.
Hey man, he's eating all the jokes. That dude blocked me on Twitter because I brought that joke up.
Jalen Rose did?
He blocked. If you bring up the 81-point game to him on Twitter, he will block you.
No, I didn't know. Wait, Jalen Rose blocked you on Twitter?
He blocks everybody. Like him, I'll say this. I'll give you 3 pro athletes: Ben Roethlisberger, Jalen Rose, and Alex Rodriguez.
They all blocked you?
They'll block you if you say anything negative towards them. Like I'll say something negative about your game. I'm not gonna say anything negative about your family or anything like that. Anything
you as a person.
But on the court, on the field, you're gonna hear me. So
yo, that's hilarious that you got blocked by professional athletes.
Some media members as well, sports media members.
Yeah. Ooh, who's the most popular sports media person that you got? Like
Brian Windhorst. I don't know if you know who Brian Windhorst is. He's on ESPN.
The Cavs guy, like Brian.
Yep.
Brian. Yeah, the big brown guy. He blocked you too.
I said that he was a LeBron lapdog. This is back in like 2011, 2012.
Really? Wow. So you were ahead of the curve on that one.
Like called him LeBron lapdog. Got blocked. I'm like, oh okay. There's some local media members for Cleveland like that I got blocked by, but I'm fine with that. Because, like, 9 times out of 10, they'll say something that we don't need to hear or be written about. And then, like, I'll give my opinion about it, but you don't want to, now you're emotional. Now you're going to block me because of it. Like, we didn't need to hear that.
Yeah, no, that's really funny. I'm not on X or Twitter at all, but I do feel like
you would get a kick out. In my opinion, it's more entertaining.
I want you to screenshot me what you said because I want to see why they got upset about you because that's hilarious to me.
Yeah. I'll say there's a few like I know one time Johnny Manziel blocked me, but this is like on my
No. What? Hold on.
He blocked me. This is like he just got cut by the Browns and he's going up there, dogging Cleveland, blaming Browns and everything. I'm just like, dude, have some accountability. You're the reason why you're not up on the team anymore. It's not the organization. It's not like you're going to go play with another team. As you can see, no other team picked him up because he's too much trouble.
That is right. But the fact that you got blocked by Johnny Manziel, it's weird because I love the fact that you are willing to talk to pro athletes that way because I would like to, but I also think that they're never going to respond to me. They don't care about me.
That's the
thing. The fact that you get blocked it means that you must be doing something right on your end.
Like if you get a lot of attention to your tweet, like if you get a lot of likes or something like that, yeah, like a KD, he's going to fire back at you. Like LeBron, you can say anything to that man. He's not going to block you. 9 times out of 10, I think he's going to ignore it anyway. But a lot of his fans are going to jump you. So
yeah, you're not wrong about that.
You just got to be careful. Got to pick your spots.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You gonna pick the elbow shot for your take, or are you gonna try to take that short porch 3-point shot?
Yes.
Do you have anything you want to talk about with Kobe again before we move on to the next talking point?
No, I got nothing. I mean, if you got him in the top 5, great. If you don't, great. But at the end of the day, we all have our opinions. I'm not saying that you're right, and I'm not saying that you're wrong. But at the same time, like if you give me some extreme reason why you have him in the top 5 and I don't agree with it, man, I'm gonna just keep scrolling.
I mean, it's hard to argue with that mentality. Moving on to CJ Stroud.
Oh,
There has been, I saw that grin from you, man. Like, so I know that. Okay, for me personally, I have never been a big CJ Stroud fan, but I also have been very open about the fact that I don't watch a lot of college football, right? So when you get drafted high, it's largely you're a quarterback, team needs a quarterback. If you were good in college, ipso facto, you're a top 5 pick, right? Like that.
Yep.
We've kind of dumbed it down to that science. So, and in his first year, it wasn't that he was great; he just wasn't awful. In the next 2 years, he has been awful,
and still made the playoffs somehow, some way.
It's not somehow, some way. We know how it is. That defense absolutely carried that man, but. Do you think that it's wise for Houston to have him on the trade block? Do you think that they should? Are they being too premature in the kind of backpedaling of his progression, or do you think, no, he's not that good.
He's not that good. Like right now, he's not that good. But at the end of the day, are you going to protect him? Are you going to build around him? Because if not, go ahead and start a Davis Mills. Give him a shot. You know, he could be a bridge quarterback. Just in case if you have a losing season, that 2027 class is looking pretty good for if you need a quarterback. So, I mean, if you can get 1, maybe 2 first-round picks for him, why not? But my thing is whoever trades for him, you need to have an established play caller to build his confidence back up.
So that's a real. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, we've seen NFL coaches believe, and this is why I say, well, who are you going to get? Who's better? And everybody thinks they can fix the guy. Like everybody thinks the quarterback is the broke, unemployed boyfriend. Like
if you're young, especially I think he's like 24, 25 years old. Yeah. A lot of coaches, organizations are going to be like, oh, we can fix him. Like, look, I'm just going to say this right now. From now on, any young quarterback that hits the open market, teams will be like, oh, we just seen Sam Darnold just win a Super Bowl. He can be the next Sam Darnold.
Yo,
that's not how this works, man.
I love that you said that because I said that last week and people thought I was ridiculous because every time that you win a Super Bowl, we move the goalpost on how you win Super Bowls. So now, so here, okay. So as a GM, what you should do is you should not draft a quarterback. And you should get somebody who everybody think is a bust, and then pay him middling money, and then maybe
you luck into it. You luck into it.
That's the mathematical way to do it, right? Like, Sam Darnold did it.
Like, to be honest, I could see like the Steelers a quarterback away, right? They trade for CJ Stroud, give up 1 first-round pick. Who's not to say they luck into a Super Bowl run?
Ooh, and so honestly, one, I don't think that CJ Stroud fixes Pittsburgh at all.
No. But again, these organizations that think, hey, he's a young quarterback. We're a quarterback away. We just seen what Sam Darnold could do. We could just build around our defense here. We have TJ Watt. We can do this. We can make one more run at this.
the thing is, like, I get why there's certain fan bases where I understand where you come to the conclusion of we're one piece away, but it's also you're relying on previous history.
Yep.
Pittsburgh is not a quarterback away. They are not a wide receiver away. They are not one offensive. But like, well, we won 4 Super Bowls back in the 70s and 80s. We're super great. No, you're not. Like, you're not.
I hate when fans bring up like the super old Super Bowls. Like, bro, that game was so different then, man. Like, you didn't have free agency. You ain't have none of that. The game today is so different. It's a player power movement in this league, and it's just like it's either you're producing or you're gone.
Well, it's not even just like, because you're right. It is very much a player empowerment is more. It's more in the forefront than it used to be, for sure. But I think that what people are doing is like they're relying so much, like Cowboys fans. Well, we can get back, man. You haven't been good in 30 years. Like, you've been fine.
Years, man. 30.
You've been fine, and the Cowboys fans who are not delusional understand that that's where they were. That's not where they are right now. Now, the most delusional fans are still every single year. It's our year, because you have a 3.333% chance of winning the Super Bowl because there's only 32 teams, and you have a 100% chance of winning. Those people are still going to be occupying this landscape regardless. But the teams like the Cowboys and the Niners and the Steelers, because they have the Patriots now,
yep,
are getting so much into, we've done this before, we'll do it again. And it's like, not the only thing that's consistent is largely your ownership. All the players change.
Exactly.
The coaches change.
I was gonna say the coaches change. You gotta luck into it. That's how I look at it. Gotta luck into it. Like, I look at the Chiefs, they lucked into it. There are some people that's out there thinking that.
Oh, you thought the Chiefs lucked into it?
Yeah, they lucked into it.
Ooh.
They traded up for a quarterback. That's luck. That is luck, and you know it.
So, you know what? We weren't going to go down this path initially, but I'm glad that you brought that up. I don't believe there luck involved in it. Yes, of course, right? Like, offensive lines are healthy. You have Andy Reid, you have Tyreek Hill, things like that. But at some point in time, like, we still have to give them credit for seeing in Patrick Mahomes what nobody else did.
Nobody else did, because before that draft even kicked off, Patrick Mahomes was labeled as a 2nd to 3rd round quarterback.
And where was Josh Allen supposed to be as well?
Same. He was supposed to be in the same realm. But because he put on a little show at the combine, teams bought into it. And that's what it comes down to. That the combine helps quarterbacks more than it hurts them.
Do you think that the game against Oklahoma helped him as well?
Oh yeah,
because the combine is one thing. Like, we get it. Like, it's an underwear Olympics, right? Like, you're just running. Who's the fastest quarterback and blah blah blah. It's ridiculous to me as well. But the fact that they traded up to get it, it wasn't like he fell. It felt like they saw something in him. Like, I feel like they deserve some credit for that.
They get credit. All right, this is what I'll say. They get credit for that, but at the same time, I give Andy Reid more credit than anything, because I always say Andy Reid is the most foolproof quarterback guru in the league. Like, that man has won. He has won more with shitty quarterbacks than I ever seen.
That man went to what, 5? Was it 5
NFC championship games
with Donovan McNabb? And the thing is that I think that Donovan McNabb is a fine quarterback, but
now, let me ask you
to do it there is crazy.
Yeah, is he a Hall of Fame quarterback to you?
Is Donovan McNabb? I would say no.
Okay. All All right.
Is he though? Oh, do you think so?
Listen.
You can't put that in my lap and then not respond.
For people that wants to put Phillip Rivers into the Hall of Fame, if you put Phillip Rivers in the Hall of Fame, then you got to put Donovan McNabb in the Hall of Fame because McNabb has done a lot more than Phillip Rivers.
Well, so with the context, again, I would not put Phillip Rivers either. Yeah. I would not. If you're asking me, I'm glad that we have some more context because I feel like a bad person just saying that.
No, don't feel bad. Do not feel bad. Do not feel bad. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes, like the Chiefs trading up for him and having Andy Reid coach him up, that's luck.
I do feel like and I don't know if I 100% agree with the whole luck thing, but I do agree with this portion of what you brought up is Andy Reid. I know that he's going to get a lot of love for being a top 5 coach of all time because now he has the rings with Mahomes. But seeing what he has done everywhere he's gone, every quarterback he's had, they win every single year. That man might be the greatest head coach of all time.
When I had people get mad at me when I said that I had Andy Reid number 1 as the greatest coach of all time.
There's and again, so we talk about this with Kobe. Like you and I don't really subscribe to the rule of a top 5 of anything, but he's in the conversation. He has to be.
He has to be. He has to be. Like Bill, before he got Tom, wasn't a winner. After Tom, still not a winner. So we can all say that.
I mean, he won with Jordan, technically. But
what's that?
I said he won.
Oh man, that's a good one. I give him props for that one. But man, like I can't like as a defensive guy, yeah, one of the greatest minds ever. But overall, as a coach, I can't do it. I cannot do it. Like I'll to be honest, I'll put McVay up there, and he's doing it with 2 different quarterbacks.
So we didn't really have the coaching thing was not really on the docket of what we want to talk about today. But do you have a top 5 current coaches then? Because it sounds like you got of the 2. It sounds like you got 2 at least.
Yeah, current coaches like that's in the league right now. Like I would not put Shanahan up. I can't put Shanahan up in the top 5.
That time management is really just
Like I got Andy, McVay. Who else?
I wish that you would say Sean McDermott because I would love that personally, but
I mean, I could put him up there. Like the thing is,
I think that he gets a bad rap. I like him as a coach.
Yeah, he does get a bad rap because of foolish plays. He all he can do is just call. He can just call the plays. That's all he can do. He can't go out there and tell Josh where to throw it or who to go to. Or to hang on the ball.
Hey, remember this whole high and tight thing? Do that.
Listen, that fumble before halftime from Josh was the most foolish things I've ever seen, man.
It was the most cartoonish thing I've seen in the last 8 years. But the most cartoonish thing I saw beforehand was him throwing to an offensive lineman against Houston
in the playoffs.
That was the most cartoonish thing. The second most cartoonish thing was that fumble looked like you were playing Madden and everything was glitching.
I couldn't believe it because I was like, man, what are you doing? Like
it was awful.
Like if you know you can't get the ball downfield, throw it out of bounds, or if you're gonna run, slide. You don't have to be Superman out there all the time, man.
Well, I mean, Bill's Mafia would tell you otherwise.
No. See, listen. I'm going through it right now with two fan groups for the Browns. One is the Watson Warriors and the Shador lovers.
Oh, yo, actually, because I love talking to you about this because you do bring up things because I don't think about Cleveland all that. This sounds awful, but I don't really think about Cleveland all that much. So, like,
Listen, man,
what
it's ugly out here, man. That's why.
what's the pulse of Cleveland? Are they wanting Shador to be the week one starter? Are they hoping they draft somebody? Are they wanting Watson to because monetarily they are still handcuffed
They're still
to that guy?
one more year of him. Like fans want to go into a training camp with a competition between those two, and I'm like,
Between Watson and Shador.
and Shador, and I'm like, in my opinion, Watson should win that, right? He's the better quarterback.
That is a very, 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 very unpopular opinion, I would believe.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I would just feel like you probably have a lot of pushback on that one.
exactly because up there in the group chat, Laville had said something earlier that made me laugh. Like I was at Ohio University. I'm up here at the dock waiting for my truck to get cleared out, and I seen what he had text me in this group chat, and it made me laugh so hard. Like the whole warehouse people were looking at me like I was crazy, man. But he was right because he's just like, anytime you say anything about another quarterback up there on the Browns that's not about Shador, his fans will come and jump on you. Like literally on Twitter, they will jump on you. Like I had to block this one dude on Facebook because he thinks that Shador is the greatest quarterback of all time in his eyes. And
Really?
like I will post plays of Shador making a bad read, and he will blame somebody else other than Shador. And I'm
This
like, I can't
sounds
do this.
this sounds a lot like when Odell Beckham played for the Browns.
Yes, yes. And
That's what it feels like.
I went through the same thing with Baker, and I'm just like now I'm starting to learn. I'm not gonna be able to help these people. They see one thing, and I'm just like, what are you guys seeing that I'm not?
I can't help you, and neither can Jesus.
Yeah. And I'll sit up there and I'll post a simple route combination. I'm like, what do you call this? And 9 times out of 10, fans do not like that think that know the game of football. They do not know how to figure out a route combination. They don't know what the play call will be. I'm just like, then you don't know football.
Well, the thing is, I don't pretend like I am an expert in this, right? That's why I defer to people like you who have actually played and actually know people who have played in the league. And I know that I'm not that guy, but I feel like I have a pretty good pulse on not being an idiot.
Yeah. Don't.
So,
I just tell people, I'm like, just don't say something that's gonna get you embarrassed. Like, don't say something to make it seem like that you're smart, but really you're not.
well, that is a huge problem when it comes to just like in general. And we talked a little bit about this off stage about my son. Like, don't stop pretending like you know everything. Like
Yeah.
it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to be informative. It's okay to find out the questions if you don't actually know what they are. So the thing with the internet and the way that we project right now is I have to be the first person to react, because if I'm the first person to react, I have to be right. And nope.
And
That's not,
let's say you're that first person reacting, you're wrong. Now, can you know, backtrack and say, "Hey, I'm sorry. I thought I knew this, but hey, I was wrong."
well, I do want to get back to CJ Stroud real quick,
All right.
because we went off on a lot of different tangents, and that's mostly me with my ADHD. Do you think that the Houston Texans should actually shop him?
They should to see what they can get for him.
So you're open. That's the thing, is like when it comes to, I have been this person for the very longest time of that I believe wholeheartedly that you should be open to anything except for maybe 3 players. Like every year there's about 3 players I go, that person is, we say that they're untouchable, but in reality that person is untouchable. CJ Stroud is not that person to me.
No.
So
not.
No. So if you want to trade for him, I think that you should. But I feel like as of right now, because again, we talked about like the ex-boyfriend or the boyfriend currently, I can fix him. I feel like a lot of OCs and a lot of coordinators and a lot of head coaches will say, I can fix him.
Ego. That's ego.
And
all ego.
100%, man. 100%. I can fix him, but he also hasn't got the extension yet.
Nope.
And that's what makes
that's another
him,
thing that helps. It helps the Texans because now if a team is interested to trade him for him, they be like, hey, we got 2 years with them. So
exactly. And that's the thing for me is that we usually don't see young quarterbacks be on the trade market this early.
Nope. Unless you no, because Sam Darnold. I think Sam was traded after his third season. Yeah, he was traded after his third season to the Panthers.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wait, Sam Darnold? No, did you say
no? He got let go. Huh?
No, they just let him go.
Yeah, they let him go, and he chose the Panthers. I thought he was traded, but you're right. Yeah.
Speaking of way too soon quarterbacks, and we'll get back to CJ Stroud in a minute, but because we talked about this earlier, is that like teams have gotten now because the Seahawks won a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold. Now they're trying to find, the next Sam Darnold. What are your thoughts on Trey Lance?
Oh no,
does he get another shot?
That shit pass Hill. I don't think another team gonna give him that shot. Dude, like he's the backup for the Chargers, and I got that he's a free agent now. He just might as well just go ahead and become what's his name? Chase Daniels. He's gonna be the next Chase Daniels. A career backup, and just go ahead and help those young quarterbacks, man.
I swear, honestly, man, there is no better place in NFL history than to be Charlie Whitehurst or Chase Daniels or Charlie Whitehurst. Those two guys, clipboard Jesus, man.
Go ahead and hope you can beat. You're up there on that sideline. You're holding that tablet, and you're helping out that young quarterback, and you get paid every Monday.
I do like that Jay Hall just said there's no finding the next Sam Darnold because there's no finding him. But they kind of had to fall into your lap, right?
Exactly. And now teams are going to think that with any young quarterback, like I've seen that Anthony Richardson wants to get traded.
I'm glad that you brought that up because I was thinking about that. Like, what is the next thing with Anthony? Oh, CR, we got McGee in the building.
Oh man, bear down.
You goddamn right. Goddamn right, bear down. Laryngitis and all. What's happening?
Man, I got my two favorite people besides my wife and my kid on planet Earth right now. I could not be more happy. I'm glad to see you, man.
We know you down with the brown. It's all good.
So
but no, like a team is going to like. I think more teams are going to be out there to try to find the next Sam.
Me too.
You think that people are going to be out there trying to find the next Sam Darnold?
Yep. Any young quarterback that's available, hey, I can fix him. He could be the next Sam Darnold.
I feel and that's the problem is the fact that we talked about this earlier is that whatever just happened is the way that you make things work. If you won a Super Bowl on a rookie quarterback salary, that's how you win. If you won with Patrick Mahomes, we'll just get the best quarterback ever. Or it's, hey, I won with Sam Darnold, I can win it with anybody. And we just move the goalpost of every single time that whatever just happened is, well, that's the recipe. That's how we make it work. And it's asinine to think that all of this stuff works when maybe, just maybe, make the best football team. And that's what Seattle did.
To make the best football team. CR, if you're not giving up 4 first-round picks for Myles Garrett, there's no reason for us to talk, man.
There's a reason for us to talk. I'm a businessman, baby, so we can make this happen. You know what you want? You want some deep dish pizzas, some Italian beefs? You know, we can make this work. You know.
No, but I just read this Sports Illustrated article that just came out today for Myles Garrett, and he sat up there and said that he took less money to go back to Cleveland than rather to be traded. I'm like,
I don't believe that at all.
I'm not rolling with that one.
No,
I'm not rolling with that one. Like, you mean to tell me that other teams were contacting you to be traded to, and you didn't take that? You rather just be in Cleveland and be a loser? Like, I get it that you just broke the sack record. I get it.
Who do you think you are, Joe Thomas?
I said he's the Black Joe Thomas. I said that to myself. As soon as I seen that article and I read it, I'm like, he's the Black Joe Thomas.
It's a lot of lies coming out of Ohio.
Listen, man.
I text you this morning.
Man.
It's a lot of lies coming out of Ohio.
What did I tell you? You got to die with the lie, man.
Ryan Dick talking about he don't dye his beard.
Man, listen, man.
Oh my God! So, real quick before we move on, CR, did you have any opinions on the whole Kobe top 5 thing, or should CJ Stroud be traded? Before we move on to we hadn't quite gotten to the Myles Garrett part of the show yet. We were getting there. But do you have any opinions on those two things before we actually slide into the Myles Garrett thing?
CJ Stroud should not be traded because, man,
because
what
he's
did you
awful.
have before CJ Stroud? So you don't know.
know the devil that
young.
You know.
He's young. Like, you can basically, like, you know, I'm not gonna get rid of my best eater unless I got another eaters lined up. So I mean, that's just what it is.
Oh my God!
I swear to God, dude, I cannot take you anywhere.
But he's right though, man.
Right, LaShawn, no.
LaShawn, you were willing to ship him out too.
Listen, I'm willing to trade him. If you give me 1 or 2 first-round picks for him, you can have him.
Now, yeah, I feel like that's the thing though, is that the market is so weird because I personally don't understand the market anymore because we're told that certain positions are valued a certain way, and then we see what you get in return. After, like wide receivers, we see them getting traded for basically nothing, but you want to have a quarterback go for, like you said, like I'll take it for 5 first rounders. Man, I don't want nothing to do with. To me, he's basically. This is going. All right, their skill sets are different, but to me, CJ Stroud is basically better Daniel Jones. Slightly better.
I can roll with that.
I can't get down with CJ Stroud, man. He's been awful.
The one thing that I can say about potentially trading CJ Stroud is I like Davis Mills. I think Davis Mills is a capable NFL quarterback.
Yo, LaShawn said the exact same thing.
Listen, he came up off the bench. He was helping them win.
Look, Davis Mills got me Caleb Williams. So I will always.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Hey, man. Davis Mills is a saint to me.
He helped me get my franchise quarterback.
That's it. That's all. 2-point convert. Him and Lovie Smith. They need statues of him when they move to Indiana.
I can see how Lovie would never get an NFL coaching job again, because what he
did with Houston. Oh, yeah. Dude, he's the Brian Flores of winning. Like that man's never getting into the coaching gig ever again.
You already know when they fired him, they probably put the word out to the other owners: do not hire this man.
Yeah, they didn't say man either. They didn't say man when they fired him either.
You already know. You know what he said.
Oh yeah, old boy McNair, he said it with the hard.
With the hard R.
Yikes!
But that's listen. I look at a few of these coaches,
Yeah.
they won't get a second or third chance, man.
Well, and that's one of the things that you and I talked about off stage was if you fit the profile, you'll get a second chance. But if you don't, you got one shot.
You got one shot.
Rooney rule or not, you get one shot basically.
Yep. Like I look at Flores, like this is what the third straight year that he got head coaching interviews and he still hasn't been picked. They just swing with his name now.
So I do want to pivot to now that you mentioned that, like that wasn't part of the original talking point, but I do want to kind of move it to the goalpost of Eric Bieniemy was a guy who was supposed to be one of those head coaching. He was supposed to be at the front of the line, right? And he went and bid another OC, and a lot of people said, well, it's because he's black. He didn't get a head coaching gig. And also I heard a lot that he just didn't interview well. I don't know what to believe, but it's also, man, maybe the guy just doesn't want to be a head coach
whenever I hear a coach didn't interview well, that's a sign to me that he's not willing to listen to us.
Okay.
Like Eric Bieniemy is his own person. He marches to his own beat. He's not going to sit up there, in my opinion, he's not going to kiss ass to these owners. And that's okay. That's fine. But
sure.
I can see why he won't get picked for a head coaching job.
And then to add on to your point, like how many times, every time we hear he doesn't interview well, we really only hear about black coaches. Like, let's just
hear about black coaches.
That's exactly. And that was kind of the point I wasn't trying to directly make.
No, but the point. That's what it is. Is he didn't interview well, aka he's not a fallback for us.
He's too strong. He's too opinionated.
Yep.
You know, they want the Jerry Jones black people, the one that's just gonna be good boys and listen.
Yep.
So I will to put it back on the football spectrum. Like, do you guys think that he actually would be a good head coach, or do you think that? And the problem is it's not Eric Bieniemy specific. It's anybody who comes from a certain coaching tree. We are supposed to believe that they will be good because they come from Andy Reid or Bill Belichick or Nick Saban. And do you think that he would have been a great head coach just like in general? Or do you think it's because he worked under Andy Reid that his name got brought up more often? Or like, I want to get it from that perspective.
Yeah, it's because he worked with Andy Reid is the reason why his name got out there. When he went to Washington with the Commanders and he was their offensive coordinator, he only stayed there for one season. And we see they got rid of him.
So you don't think that it was necessarily like because I understand it. LaShawn, you and I talked for about an hour before we actually got on the air of that. There are certain code words that we use for certain people or the way that we're trying to have them be employed in different avenues. So in your mind, do you think that he wasn't fit to be and fit sounds like an operative word as well, but that he just wasn't going to be a great head coach regardless because he just kind of got funneled through the coaching tree and it wasn't really him. It was more the system and what the players he had around him.
He would, in my opinion, I don't know if he would have been a great coach, but I feel like that he's a coach that will hold everybody accountable. And I can tell that in some locker rooms that won't go well.
Yeah, him being here for the 1 year. Like he's a hard ass. It ain't
he's gonna coach them hard.
There was a lot of viral clips of him at practice telling people to stop running soft, and some people don't like that. We got a lot of betas in the.
But he was the running back coach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And you see those running backs this season for the Bears. They ran
DeAndre
hard.
Swift had a career year.
So you can't tell me saying that the player's not taking after him because they're producing.
Right. A rookie 7th round running back had a better year than the top 10 pick.
And
What you trying to say, CR?
What
You trying to say
Hey,
running backs
man.
don't matter?
Look, man.
No, what he's trying to say is that Ben Johnson matters.
Oh yeah, man, bro. I send all my eaters to Ben Johnson. That's my guy,
Oh my
bro.
goodness,
Like,
man.
Ben
You
Johnson
gotta go, bro.
It's my dog. But no, they
So-
running backs, they somewhat matter. They not. If you're not elite, you shouldn't be taken in the first round. Period.
So
That's just how I look at it.
this is where I have like the disconnect about the whole running backs don't matter is kind of I have the exact same opinion on when quarterbacks that are older get drafted high and they say, well, he like you're losing some of his prime or whatever. To me, like the situation matters, right? Like I don't have a problem with you drafting a 25, 26-year-old quarterback. I know that's not that's not the norm, right? That doesn't usually happen unless you're Paxton Lynch or some other goofy quarterback. But in reality, you're usually getting somebody who's 22 to 24. I don't have a problem with getting an older quarterback because let's be serious. Not everybody is going to be Tom Brady or Drew Brees and play until they're 45 goddamn years old. Like that is not the expectation. It's the same thing with running backs. I don't have a problem with you drafting a running back early if everything around you is right. It's like when Bijan got drafted early. Same thing with Ashton Genty. Like I didn't have a problem with them getting drafted that early. But they went to teams that were not equipped to be able to make them be the best versions of themselves. That's what I had the issue with.
It was a luxury pick. They
Yeah.
didn't have the luxury to do it. So,
Yep.
like, you go and you draft this guy in the top 10, but you don't have the offensive line to support him.
Exactly.
That makes 0 sense.
Exactly.
And you have the worst quarterback in the NFL.
Who do you think is the worst quarterback in the NFL? Both of you guys. Who is your worst?
Geno Smith, by far.
Who?
Geno Smith. And it's not even close.
Oh, Jesus. Just off the top rope. What about you?
I mean,
wow.
How else can you say? Your team last year won the Super Bowl as soon as you leave, and your new team has the worst record in the NFL.
I understand.
Like,
I understand your theory, but that was wild.
They went. Nobody thought Seattle was winning the Super Bowl unless you were a Seahawks fan.
Yep.
That is true.
All they needed to do was get rid of Geno garbage ass, and now they champs.
He can't be the worst. I understand the where you were to where you are now. I understand that, but man, I wouldn't put Geno Smith as the worst quarterback in the NFL.
All right, come on, let's hear it then. Who worse
I
than
would have
Geno?
Shador. I would put Shador there.
You wouldn't even put Dylan Gabriel over that.
No, Dylan was just a check down merchant.
I can't do that to a rookie. Now we talked before the draft and everything. I think Shador is ass, but I still can't do it to a rookie. Now after this year,
I know that I'm gonna miss somebody, but to me, it's still Daniel Jones until it's not Daniel Jones anymore.
Ooh,
he's not even worst quarterback on that team. Anthony Richardson is garbage.
yeah.
But Anthony Richardson was not really the starter though. Like that's I do get it though. And we touched on it earlier, LaShawn, about Anthony Richardson because we were talking about the CJ Stroud thing. But we also spoke about how every OC, every head coach thinks they can fix somebody. And we talked about Trey Lance for just a bit. Does Trey Lance get traded? Does he have an opportunity to be a starting quarterback? And we could also do that right now, even with Anthony Richardson. Does somebody think that he's the project that we can actually fix and turn around?
I don't see it. Like the kid has the tools, but at the same time, it's just like, are you gonna build the right offense around him? Are you gonna let me guess? You're gonna treat him like he's Cam Newton? Like defenses are gonna tee off on him, man.
Look, I mean, to me, a lot of these quarterbacks, they're just not ready to play, and they're forced into playing, and it ruins them.
because
Like
they're playing for garbage organizations.
garbage organizations, garbage coaching, garbage
you're-
game.
You're,
Like I,
yeah,
I look
you're-
at
you're
Justin Fields' rookie year.
you're picking the top
Matt-
5 for a reason.
The first Justin Fields' first start, Matt Nagy should have went to jail for that. He was sacked 10 times.
wasn't the first game, and I'm not sure if I remember it correctly, but
L'Shawn remember?
I do.
L'Shawn remember? It was in Cleveland.
It was against Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett had 4.5 sacks that game, man.
I thought his first game was against San Francisco, but
No, that was the
that
first
made it
game of the
like-
next season.
okay.
But that game, like, I knew already then that I'm like, Justin still got slow eyes, man. He had bad pocket presence, and he would not move his eyes to the next progression.
Is
Yeah,
Justin
something
Fields
like that.
also done as a starter?
But
Justin has too much
Justin
pride.
Fields is he done as a starter?
Yes, because he has
Yeah.
too much pride.
yeah,
He's too.
he's too
If
proud
Justin was willing to just go and sit his ass down,
and learn.
he would like. Justin has the talent to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He just ass.
That is that entire sentence with no period is the wildest thing I've ever heard. It's like he has the talent to be one of the best quarterbacks ever. He's just ass.
Listen, man, he's right though. And listen, like I look at Fernando when he gets drafted to Vegas, he's gonna be the week 1 starter. They still need an offensive line. I get it that Clint Kubiak, he's gonna have the right system in place, but who's not to say that kid's confidence won't be done by week 6?
Well, I feel like that's that's the way that I kind of look at things as well. Is that you might have certain pieces in place, but at the same time, if all of it's new, because that's the thing is that you're getting another new head coach, you are getting a new quarterback, second year running back, your offensive line still cheeks. There's also the thing that maybe Max Crosby gets moved too. Like that Raiders team is devoid of talent besides basically those two dudes who are currently on the roster when it comes to Crosby and Genty.
And Bowers,
You forgot Brock Bowers.
Oh, he good.
the best tight end in the NFL.
Tight ends don't matter though. McBride would like a
Man.
McBride would like a word.
Listen.
McBride would like a word with you.
Listen,
sir.
as long as Kyler Murray isn't a quarterback, McBride should be putting up stats. McBride will be putting up stats.
That's fair.
Next year, we already know who the best tight end going to be at the end of next season. Number
Go ahead and
84.
say it. You sure?
Gronkowski.
Man, dog. He a dog.
Like that Green Bay game, I was impressed.
Wait, who's going to be the best tight end?
Poston Loveland.
Poston? Yeah.
No,
That's a
we're
bad
not
boy.
doing that. We're
And
not.
he got some soul to him.
I know, I know that you love your Bears, but that's kind of wild. No.
Listen,
Man.
I'm gonna say, Fanning from Cleveland, he's gonna be another good tight end.
Yeah, because the fact that they just letting Njoku walk, that tells you something right there.
Yep. That
Yeah.
dude wanted $15 million a year, man. I'm like, what are you doing?
Man. People in hell want ice water. So I don't,
Ain't no way you gonna ask for that type of money, knowing damn well there's your backup right here, who's a rookie who put up more stats than you, is gonna come out here and take your spot.
you say he want that Kenneth Walker money, huh?
Yeah, man. Look, we're not getting into that.
Don't get
Whenever the
started
Seahawks
on
will
that,
not
man.
even put the franchise tag up on them, that should tell you everything you need to know right then and there. Like, ain't
Like
nobody.
I told you, I wouldn't pay Kenneth Walker is an $8 million a year back
Yeah.
to me. 10 tops.
Well, that was
But
what I told.
14?
That's what I told Sean. Like you're only getting those crazy max money when it's Madden in the off season. Like
Yeah.
that's like you value it that way only because of the notoriety that comes with being the Super Bowl MVP. Like you get those things there. But yeah, I mean, like I think he's a really good back. But he had a great game. But I feel like he's an average running back.
He is at best the third best free agent running back on the market. He's not better than ETN. He's not better than Brees Hall. And I would listen to an argument for Tyler Algier.
Yeah.
So
whoa, that's spicy.
there's nothing special about Brees. I'm not Brees Hall, but Kenneth Walker. Like he had a good game. He's played all 17 one time. He's had 2 1,000-yard seasons, and he barely got 1,000 yards. I'm not paying you top of the market money for just being a guy.
Well,
When I can go draft Price from Notre Dame in the 3rd round, and he can do what you just did.
Well, I will say this, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because I know that running backs are what we just brought up right now, but I have had this argument for the last 4 years having this platform. And we talked about this with Sam Darnold. It's like now people want to actually jump on board with my thought process is that you don't have to pay your quarterback just because that's the market. If they're not that good, stop paying them $1 more than the guy beforehand. That's why we get guys like the Jimmy Garoppolos and the Blake Bortles and all this other stuff is because you think you can lose this guy. Yes, you can. There's probably 4 guys that you write a blank check and say, you are my quarterback. Everybody else is basically interchangeable depending on your circumstance. Right. Running back and quarterback, that's the way that I feel.
Caleb. Give him the 4 right there.
Tied on.
No, but tell Vikings fans that because they wish they paid Sam.
I will tell you this I will tell you this right now. No, Vikings fans are pissed because they think that they could have won with Sam Darnold, but in the moment when he left, they were okay with it. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways, man.
They were sitting up there when they lost last year to the Rams in the playoffs. They were like, okay, we can build around JJ. We can let Sam go.
Exactly. Yeah, because Sam was ass the last 2 games, that playoff game and the game to win the division. He was terrible. But JJ McCarthy's been terrible since birth. So
it's actually really intriguing to me. I cannot remember a quarterback whose teammates hate them more, who's supposed to be a starter, than JJ McCarthy. Like everybody seems to hate this dude.
Because he's ass. With a capital ASS.
When Jettas was sitting up there about to throw his helmet on the sideline, I'm just like, yeah, he's in hell. Like, you got a top 3 wide receiver in the league, and you mean to tell me you can't put up stats with this guy? That says more about you than a receiver.
We'll see, and that's the thing too, is I've listened to a couple of different podcasts over the past couple weeks or so, and Justin Jefferson was a guest on it. And they say, well, do you think that you're still a top 3 wide receiver? And the reason why we're asking you this is because of your stats last year. And he even said, it doesn't matter who my quarterback is.
He's lying.
Yikes.
He's lying.
Dude.
Like, we just seen it. Seen it. You barely got over 1,000 yards with this guy.
And that's the thing, is like 1,000 yards is basically 60 yards a game. And the fact that you can't get that. And so the thing is that I understand where stats don't always matter, right? We put too much of our personal opinion into you got 1,000 yards, right? Because that's the marker. That the benchmark is 4,000 yards throwing, 1,000 yards receiving, 1,000 yards running. That's kind of where our minds go and saying if you're good or not. And the fact that you couldn't get 60 yards a game out of Justin Jefferson, you are cheeks.
I get it. Kevin O'Connell, like I'll say probably top 10 as a play caller. But after this season, I know he's probably up there like, man, why did we trade up to get this kid?
Justin just if I had a better quarterback, he said I'd have better stats. Yeah, but that's the thing. Is like the thing is like Justin Jefferson largely is not somebody who portrays like he's not weird, but it's an interesting dynamic because like when you see him on field, right? Like he's got the crazy diamond chain, like everything would suggest to you if you're viewing him for the first person is that he's very selfish. But when you listen to him, he's not. And the fact that he is intentionally throwing JJ under the bus just goes, that guy is awful.
When he said in training camp that JJ needs a little bit more time, that told me everything I needed to know. Because I'm just like, he's already a year into his career, and you mean to tell me that you haven't figured this out yet? Like, don't give me the whole he needs reps and everything. No, man. You were a top 10 pick.
They gave up everything for you.
Yeah. That and you got a great play caller. You've got the weapons around you. Just go out there and produce. You got a great defense. All you had to do was just not lose the game.
I think that's largely that is from the outside looking in. That's how we portray it as well. Just don't lose us the game. But that's what we've also, and we're kind of piggybacking back to the CJ Stroud thing, is just don't lose the game for us, man. Our defense is not good. And I'm not saying that Houston has the offensive weaponry that Minnesota does, but CJ Stroud is supposed to be exponentially better than McCarthy. And that's the disconnect for me personally.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. Like, it's to play quarterback, you got to be mentally tough, man. You got to be mentally tough. And when you win, you get all the glory. But when you lose, you're gonna get your share of the blame. And rightfully so. It's
not even just when you lose. How you lose has a big portion of it as well.
Yeah. Because if you go out there, let's say you throw for 300, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, but you end up losing 38, 35, I'm not going to blame you. I'm going to look at your defense, man.
Yeah. Justin said, I'll trade a first and a fourth for Stroud. You can go ahead and have him, good sir. Now, moving on, because we got – it's wild that we've already been talking for an hour, man.
Shit, time's flying.
And that's all it is. It's an hour now. We're not even taking into the account that what we talked about beforehand. It's been a minute. So real quick, because I got to get out of here in about 20, 30 minutes to go pick up my kiddos. So
all right.
Mike Vick, top 50 quarterback of all time. I know that it's going to be very difficult to kind of run through this in a very judicious way, if you will. But yes or no? Top 50? Could you name 50 quarterbacks better than Michael Vick? Because I feel like I probably could.
I can name 50 better. Like, I get it that is nostalgia because he was the first black quarterback to be selected number 1 overall. Yes, he brought in
your favorite rapper's favorite rapper entered the building. CR, goddamn. Oh man!
But I could have Mike Vick in the top 50.
Mike Vick is a top 50 dog fighter of all time. That's about it.
He's a top 5. Because I do I feel like the thing is, if we're the problem I always have when we're talking about certain specific things when it comes to sports, is it impact or is it actual value, right? So the impact that Michael Vick had, he's like the Allen Iverson of football.
Quarterback. Yeah.
Like that's the way that I look at him. I don't necessarily think that he's a top 10 quarterback, but if you're asking me, do I think he's one of the top 10 most influential quarterbacks of all time? Yeah. But I can absolutely
I'll even give you influential players, period, in the NFL. If you said top 10, fair. I wouldn't argue too much with
you. Yeah. I agree with that.
But I get it.
Where did you get that from? I want to know where you got that from, because I'm gonna probably, like, if that person's up there on Twitter, I'm gonna have to go at him.
Well, the only reason why I brought it
is an article.
They listed the top 100 quarterbacks in NFL history, and Michael Vick was at, I think he was like, what, 52?
52. And the only reason why I brought it up is because Will Carter, who's part of the Sports Avengers, shared it on the Sports Avengers page. And that's the number that came up. And I go, oh, no. Like, everybody wanted him. The thing is, I always wanted Michael Vick as a quarterback. I just can't stand the fact that he was left-handed. Like, it was, I hate left-handed quarterbacks in that.
I would not take that disrespect. I'm a left-hand quarterback.
Look, if I could pick anybody in a draft, I would pick you, but I would not take Michael Vick, if that makes you feel better.
Listen, man.
The
dude put up stats. He put up stats with the Eagles, but outside of that,
when he was fresh out of jail
in Atlanta.
Yeah, he had that jail arm strength with the Eagles, because that one pass he threw to Deshaun Jackson was crazy.
And who was coaching that team?
He hadn't thrown a pass in like 3 years.
Was it Big Red or Chip Kelly?
No, it was Andy Reid. Andy Reid was the one that vouched for him to come to the Eagles.
Was it? I thought it was Chip Kelly as well.
That was after Andy left. He was with the Eagles, I think, 2 years. Andy was with Michael Vick, and then that's when Chip came in.
And then they sent him to Pittsburgh to die.
Yeah, because then, but I think it was his second year in Philly. They gave him that $100 million contract.
Justin said they had Elway at 6, and I'm not sure if he's happy about that or.
I'm okay with Elway being there.
I'm okay with it.
Josh, I'm gonna call you by your government name, Joshua, is an Elway hater, and he needs to cut it out.
Listen, Elway earned that, man. I still hate that man to this day, but he has earned it.
Well, you should hate Curtis Byron.
I should, like, that's another person that blocked me on Twitter. he had tweeted out something. I'm like, man, ain't nobody trying to listen to your ass, your fumbling ass, and he blocked me. and then it's when, like, people were coming at me. They was like, why you gotta be so disrespectful? I'm like, all I said wasn't nobody gonna listen to you. So I mean, the Browns could have been to the Super Bowl twice, and John Elway was in the way both times of that.
So I want to. So now there's more context because Justin has said they had Elway at 6, and apparently now he thinks that's very overrated. And before we move on to say anything else, would you have John Elway in your top 6?
I would.
Yes. Until Tom, growing up, like
I'd have a very tough time putting Elway in my top 6. I think
Elway was the only quarterback in the mid to late 80s going into the 90s that was going head to head with Joe Montana.
I think the problem that I have is with all this is that the fact if he didn't have back-to-back Super Bowls before he rode off into the sunset, I don't think he's even in the conversation because of how we value Super Bowls. That his resume speaks for itself on the regular season and getting Super Bowls. I get it, but we wrote again with the Kobe thing. We romanticize about the rings, and I feel like if he didn't have those back-to-back Super Bowls at his age, I don't know if we view him in the same light.
We don't. He's still a Hall of Fame quarterback, but those rings matter.
For sure.
So that's really what elevated him up there, in my opinion. Do I have him above Favre and Manning? And no, nothing like that. Nothing crazy like
You
that.
got
But
Favre up there.
man, you see what
Let's
Favre did to my
go.
team?
Oh, I haven't seen LaShawn get legitimately upset until you just said that about Favre.
Steve Young was greater. Man, you smoking good dope. Steve Young, the most. Now that's an overrated quarterback. You want to talk about Steve Young is overrated.
I
Must be
feel like
nice
Troy-
riding Joe Montana coattails for your whole career.
Let's do this. My most overrated quarterback of all time is Troy Aikman.
I thought you were going to say Josh Allen.
And Joe Namath is a close second because of
And Eli Manning is third.
God damn it. You sorry, Eli Manning, Troy Aikman, Joe Namath.
Yeah, Eli's ass.
And it's wild because he's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Jordan Love going to be up there soon too.
Don't swear to God, don't you? No, he's
as
not.
far as being overrated, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the Hall of Fame. I was gonna fight you in the streets.
He a Hall of Fame of being a bitch. That's what Jordan Love is.
Hey, he gonna sweep your Bears next year, and I'm gonna see your ass go off on a tangent about it.
I'm a man. If we get swept by them next year, you gonna come outside. Your shit gonna be up 4 flats.
Listen, man. I'm putting money. Listen, there's 3 teams in the NFC that I'm putting money on to win the Super Bowl next year. It's gonna be the Bears. It's gonna be the Rams, and I'm gonna put money down up on the Panthers.
I can't.
I think the Packers come out the NFC next year. Like even as a Bears,
LaShawn, did you say the Panthers or the Packers?
The Panthers.
Nah,
they got to listen.
The odds are long, so you might as well take it. But
yeah, that's the reason why the odds are long, and they're playing in that cheek ass division.
What you don't believe in
New Orleans gonna have something to say about that next year.
What's that?
I think New Orleans gonna have something to say about that next year.
They better get a defense, man.
Yeah, they need to let go of Cam Jordan, old ass. It's like, but no, I honestly I love the Packers. As a football fan, take my Bears hat off. I love the Packers hiring a Jonathan Gannon. Like I really do think he's going to help that defense because Hafley was overrated to me. Like I don't know how the hell he's a head coach now, but that's Miami problem, not mine. But
again, what did I tell you? When some of these coaches, when they take these interviews, especially like the GM is from Green Bay, so it's pretty much 1 foot in. So all he had to do was just show up to the interview and put a smile up there on his face, and he had the job.
With that bogus ass haircut.
So, real quick, because we hadn't really got to the Myles Garrett portion of the show. Do you think that he gets traded? Because I feel like he probably won't, but I've heard his name being swirled around Dallas, which to me is crazy because why would you not pay Micah, but then also trade and give up the draft capital and the money to get somebody who's like 5 years older? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it. I understand the thought process, but it just feels very goofy to me personally. Does Myles Garrett get traded this offseason?
Myles Garrett next to Quentin Williams would be ugly, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He won't get traded this offseason, but next year I can see it happening.
Ooh,
stop doing that. You've been doing that to me for weeks.
Listen, man, I'm just telling you, it's because of the cap hit, man. It's because of the cap hit.
I read somewhere his cap hit only like $9 million this year.
No, it ballooned up because of that extension that he just got.
Man, look, he want to be here. He want to go head to head with Micah.
Listen, I'm gonna send you the link to that Sports Illustrated article, man, and you gonna see. That's what, like, everything that he was saying. I'm just like, I'm looking at the side, like, how you gonna request a trade and then take a contract for less money from this team? It doesn't make sense, man. Like, I really want to know who was the team that he was talking to.
I just don't believe anything that anybody says at all anymore because they will tell you that, oh, I'm not in the trade market, or I want to be here for my life, or I want to be here. and it's all lies.
We know you're talking about Giannis. We know that's who you're speaking on.
Yo, I honestly. The thing is, like, okay, I appreciate you reading the scroll and seeing and taking inventory. I can't. It's not that I hate him. I can't stand his fans, dude. They
He can
just
do no wrong.
they're getting on LeBron and MJ status of his stands, and I can't stand it.
That's understandable. He's still gonna get traded this summer.
Now, from an organizational standpoint, I feel like them waiting after when the trade deadline's over, I feel like they're going to maximize what they can get back from him better from this offseason. I feel like that's the smart way to do it. I just can't. I can't, man. These people who just say, "Well, Giannis is a great person," man. No, he's not. He's playing y'all against you, and you don't even know it.
Exactly, and that's what a lot of these athletes do. They'll tell you one thing and then do another behind closed doors.
Sound like women.
The thing is, I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with the fans being so ignorant and stupid. That's what I have a problem with.
That's understandable. Just get rid of them, man.
Is that Virginia?
Yep.
I love your dogs, man.
Like, honestly, this not even. She's more so my wife's dog.
Oh.
The other dog is mine, but when she hears your voice, for some reason, she comes and gets in my face.
She's
So I don't
hey,
know if you
keep
like
up.
the little dog whisperer or
Look,
some
man,
shit.
look, man. I attract.
You trying to fuck my dog?
No, I'm no, man. I
She
can't.
legit just rolled over on her stomach. So I don't know what y'all got going on. You stay away from my dog.
Look, man. I
Take away
got
from my
three.
dog.
I got three. It's weird because I have a very soothing voice. It's not my fault that I have a soothing voice. Hi, Virginia.
Oh man,
She don't even like me.
She tried to lick me in my mouth. I had to get up. We don't play them games.
But so we went through Michael Vick not being a top 50 quarterback, Myles Garrett, if he would be traded or not. So real quick, NFL free agents. I know that the biggest thing that Tyreek Hill got released. I know that the biggest thing is like him going to Kansas City, right? There's not a whole lot of play or a lot of teams that have enough cap space to be able to sign anybody because about half the league is actually over their cap situation. Is there a top NFL free agent that you want for your team, or do you find a certain place that Tyreek Hill could land that makes sense?
Prison.
if Tyreek Hill was smart, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. This is my prediction.
Go to Tampa.
I think Mike Evans is going to go to Kansas City. I see Tyreek Hill going to Baltimore. I would love for the Browns to get Tyler Linderbaum from the Ravens. But other than that, and I think a starting quarterback is going to get traded.
Oh, yeah. Kyler's getting moved. For my team,
where do you see him ending up at?
Minnesota.
Damn.
Minnesota.
I've heard a lot of movement towards that, and it does make. If people didn't hate McCarthy the way that I feel like everybody hates him, it wouldn't make that much sense. But I do that makes sense to me personally.
Yeah, because the Cardinals are sniffing around our backup, so Kyler's gone.
So who's Chicago's backup?
Tyson Bagent.
Bagent. All right.
So,
Yo, people talk really highly of that man.
Oh yeah. Come get him. Give us a 3. He out of here.
Tell you what, if you want to give us 9,000 first round picks, I'll trade him for Josh Allen. We'll do that right now.
I'm cool with my quarterback. I'm cool. Yeah, we good. We got the Iceman. So
did he throw for 4,000 yards this year?
He did not.
Okay. Does he do it? Does he do it next year? Because I believe that he will.
I mean, I'm not even tripping on it because if you look at the advanced stats, he had like the most missed yards because of drop balls. So I'm not even tripping on the 4,000.
I know, but you know how it is. Like people like to poke fun of the whole like the Bears have never.
Oh yeah, the inbred Packer fans, they like to talk about that. You know, they just like, bro, your parents are siblings. Like, you can't really say nothing to y'all. The delicacy in Wisconsin is cheese. Get the fuck out of my face.
What about you, LaShawn? You got anything to throw away before we hang it up for the day?
I mean, I'm not gonna go on my saying, but I'm looking forward to the Cavs going for the number 1 seed in the East, but they're gonna still lose in the playoffs. They're gonna lose in the second round as usual. And I think James Harden's overrated.
I meant because when we talked last week, I was like, I need to have a backup music. I need to have like a LaShawn Brown like exit thing of what you think is awful and what you think is good. But we'll do that next time. But anyway, before we actually get out, the Browns. I know it's way too early to figure out, but when it comes to early season predictions, single win total or not?
I think earlier that DraftKings put the Browns at their over-under for next season at 6.5. In my opinion, that's too much.
I would still take the under on that too.
I say slam the under because I could see him only winning like 4 or 5 games.
PP man coming back and he's gonna lead y'all to the great light.
I'm gonna kick your ass, y'all. I'm gonna kick your ass, fast, bro.
PP man gonna be back, baby.
Listen, man, I'm in hell right now because I'm hearing it from his fans. I'm hearing it from Shador fans. I'm just like, listen, if I was the owner, I'll cut both.
To sell. That's what the owner needs to do. Sell.
He ain't selling. Listen, the fans want him to sell. I'm like, he ain't selling this team anytime soon. They're about to build a new dome that's gonna be ready by 2029. That man is getting all his money.
Better sell that team to LeBron and Johnny Manziel.
Now I might have to block you. You gonna say some Johnny Manziel? That crackhead can't do shit.
It must be weird to you doing the blocking as opposed to other people blocking you. So
he can't block me on everything.
Do you guys happen to know the over under for Chicago next year? I feel like it would be like what 10.5.
It was at 9.5.
9.5.
I think I'll take the under.
Damn, you gonna take the under?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I would too.
They had a 4th place schedule this year. All them comeback wins. Hey, you gotta show me. That defense was ass. Like they gave up the most yards like in Bears history, but because of the takeaways,
it helps.
Yeah, so it's like
it does help, but that's the I agree with CR is like there's certain things in football that you can't account for happening year after year after year. And the turnover margin, when it's that egregious and it's that exponential, I don't know. It's like the Cowboys a few years ago, man. They had like 90,000 interceptions and defensive touchdowns. That wasn't going to be replicated.
And then like Nashawn Wright accounted for 8 of those turnovers, and he's gone. Like he outpriced himself from the Bears. So
the Bills are probably at what I would imagine. Where are they at? Like
probably 10.5.
Are they at 10.5?
Yep. I'll send you guys the link, but it had them at 10.5. The team that had the most was the Eagles.
Ooh, I love this.
The Eagles had the most, 11.5.
I think I would take the Bears at 9. I think the Bears win 9 games. You know, it's a tough division. Detroit will be back up. I think Green Bay is the class of the division. And if Minnesota ever get that quarterback right.
I know that I'm probably in the minority on this, but
we the minorities.
I was trying to be eloquent with that because I was like, I know that CR is gonna be right. I know that he's gonna be right there. I honestly think that Philly's going to have a 13-win season next year.
I expect them to be back to be stronger, but
So it all depends on what their quarterback does.
I was gonna say it all depends on the quarterback.
I'm not even worried about their quarterback. I'm worried about their offensive line. That's because Lane Johnson may not be back, and they had some injuries up front. So if their offensive line can be what they were 2 years ago, that's a third. To me, it doesn't even. I don't even really care that much about Lane or about Jalen Hurts per se. But if that offensive line can be upright most of the year, that's a double-digit win team to me, and I feel pretty confident saying that.
I just want to add before we do get off. Hey, Detroit, I told you bitches what was gonna happen. Didn't even make the playoffs, like I said.
Damn.
Yeah. I told you.
Well, because I'm glad that you
bathe
said
in
that.
Flint water.
I'm glad. I'm glad that you said that because I don't really dive into like the memories very often, but I appreciated the other day where LaShawn tagged me, where it was the year the Bengals got to the Super Bowl, and I said they won't make it next year, and then he tagged me in that, and I was like,
And they haven't been back since, man.
haven't been back since, my man. And this maybe I know what I'm talking about.
That was a good call. That was a good call.
That defense is trash. The
They
Bengals
are
should be
awful.
perennial contenders. They should be. That defense
With that
so
offense.
garbage.
But the thing is, like, Cincinnati is not. It's not just defense. I feel like the way that I've always looked at football is different than the statistical value and the fantasy football stuff. Is like I feel like how you manage the game matters. I feel like Joe Burrow, when he's upright, when he's right, when he has Jamar Chase, and when he has
T. Higgins.
and whoever's tight ends at that moment, is like, yeah, offensively he can do whatever he wants to, but can you, in the moment, do what's right and maybe not go for it over the top? Can you just keep the chains moving? Can you keep your defense is your downfall? How about you protect them? And I don't feel like that's in the DNA of him. I think that he wants to just put up points and yards and everything like that. And that's why I think Cincinnati is an overrated squad. I don't feel like possession to possession, he understands what he needs to do. And they can't replicate what they did 4 or 5 years ago.
That's true. Until that owner believes in that defense, I don't see it.
Yeah, Shamar, what's his name? Shamar Stewart.
Dude only had 2 sacks in the year. 2 sacks.
Then Trey Hendrickson about to walk.
Trey
I was
Hendrickson.
gonna say, Trey, yeah.
They traded their best linebacker.
Like, y'all, what are you doing over there? Now you got a top 10 pick. You better not miss. You best not miss.
The only thing that Cincinnati has is Skyline Chili, and that's cheeks as well.
Yeah, that is.
Look here. I'll tell you that fucked my stomach up, man.
Bet you won't do that again.
Ever. Just the White Castle of chili. I'm not touching that.
Yo, that is the most on point.
It's so bad, man.
And I was so excited.
Awful.
They was like, which way do you want it? I'm like, what do you mean, which way do I want it? You can get it this way and that way. I'm like, man, just give me some damn chili.
And make sure it doesn't taste very good. Because I know that you can do that.
It looked exactly the same coming out as it did going in. So
That's horrible.
That's awful. Anyway, so I got to go. I got to go pick up the kiddo from the bus stop. You guys, anyway, this has been C.R. McGee and LaShawn Brown. And sorry, obviously I have to put the music back on. Hanging out with me on the Playbook Podcast. You guys know the drill. Stay up, stay blessed. Thank you guys so much for your time. CR, I'm glad that you were able to pop in for a bit, man. It's been too long.
I've been drinking tea all day just to make this happen.
I appreciate it, bro.
You're a good person. I don't care what your kids or your wife say.
Yeah. Fuck them all.
All right, we'll catch you guys